Shay Bilchik's involvement in juvenile justice can be traced back to his early law career as a trial lawyer in the traffic, juvenile, and felony divisions for the state attorney's office in Miami, Florida. After serving as chief assistant state attorney for almost 10 years, he became the associate deputy attorney general in the U.S. Department of Justice. In this role, his dedication to youth programs was evident. He served as liaison for the Attorney General on child and youth development, victimization, and delinquency matters. He directed the development of Partnerships Against Violence Network, or PAVNet, a web-based network on effective practices designed to reduce youth violence, and he guided the final development and dissemination of the Office of Juvenile Justice and Delinquency Prevention Comprehensive Strategy. Shay was nominated Administrator of OJJDP in 1994. Juvenile justice advocates were concerned whether a former prosecutor could be an effective advocate for the nation's juvenile delinquents. He quickly won them over after his confirmation and built the juvenile justice program from an $87 million per year federal program into a $650 million program that was on the cutting edge of juvenile justice research, testing, demonstration, replication, and information dissemination, all in less than 6 years. Shay made OJJDP a national leader, adding a critical child protection focus to the office's program operations and coordinating the many federal agencies whose work impacted children and youth. When the Child Welfare League of America tapped Shay to become its new chief executive in 2000, child welfare professionals were concerned, this time questioning whether a juvenile justice advocate could both change the league's organizational culture and position the dependency and neglect system to meet the challenges it faced in the 21st century. CWLA is an association of nearly 800 public and private nonprofit agencies that assist over 3.5 million abused and neglected children and their families each year. One approach he implemented to achieve CWLA's goals was to link the child welfare system to other systems that impacted these children, including juvenile justice, health and mental health, and drug abuse prevention and treatment. In 2007, Shay realized that a new multi-systems approach to supporting public agency leaders in juvenile justice and related systems of care could bring about the scale of reform that our current knowledge clearly demonstrates is both needed and possible. He convinced major foundations and Georgetown University to support and sponsor a new center for juvenile and justice reform. As director of the center, he manages the planning and development of center activities, including publishing white papers, sponsoring symposia, and conducting short, intensive study programs for public agency leaders on the key elements of juvenile justice reform. He also works to convene discussions between representatives from the 3 branches and multiple levels of government and across systems of care on advancing improvements in the juvenile justice system. His position also requires him to participate in public forums and congressional briefings on issues pertaining to juvenile justice and other related systems of care. John Wilson, Senior Research Associate at the Institute for Intergovernmental Research, worked with Shay as his legal counsel and deputy administrator at OJJDP. He says, quote, "Given Shay's history of achievement, knowledge, energy, leadership, and determination, can there be any doubt that this distinguished professional is up to the task of making sure his newest effort succeeds?" Shay Bilchik has had a truly impressive career that has always focused on strengthening the field of juvenile justice and creating safer and healthier communities that will help our youth flourish.